workshop for National Poetry Writing Month. I am so excited to be here with you. Today we are looking at odes, and this is a really fun way to honor a person, place, or thing that is not currently here or is inanimate and cannot actually appreciate the effort in the ode. Typically, these are long poems, so I'm going to read you one very short example. I'm going to read you an average length example, and then I'm just going to read you the intros of a couple others and then give you your prompt. I really like odes. I think they are a way to celebrate the things in your life and to kind of explain your story and your poetic voice to your audience. And I think that in a weird way, they are a really awesome thing to have in combination with introduction poems. I think they say a lot about the poet, and I think they tell us a lot about who you are, and I don't think they are very difficult to write, so it feels perfect for a Monday. So our first example is Ode to a Large Tuna in the Market by Pablo Neruda. Here among the market vegetables, this torpedo from the ocean depths, a missile that swam, now lying in front of me, dead. And then Ode to Face Masks is a longer ode that I'm going to read to you, and I don't know how to pronounce this author's name, so I'm just gonna make sure that you see it is here. It is highlighted. We are giving credit where credit is due. I just really don't want to botch the name. Ode to Face Masks. If I could, I would put on a face mask and walk into the desert to meet with fairies and angels. I would put on a face mask to resist sandstorms, put on a face mask to resist smog, put on a face mask to make it through the days of the avian flu and days of SARS and days of the novel coronavirus. The old boat has passed 10,000 mountains, but there are another 10,000 mountains before me. I've worn a face mask to be fashionable. I've worn a face mask for my identity, worn a face mask to avoid the mass surveillance system, and worn a face mask to shout and talk to myself. My tenure wearing face masks is just as glorious as the tenure of those in antiquity who don't have face masks. But I haven't gone so crazy I'd rob a bank. Face masks have a certain insanity and brute force, though, so bankers should fight back with their own face masks, and their bright eyes will triumph over the blurry, bewildered, brutal eyes of the robbers. Others of the new era, these internet trolls, are probably wearing face masks too. To post anonymously is to post while masked. If they put on sunglasses along with their face masks, they'll be footmen to hackers waiting to be crowned with blocked accounts. But after all, from doctors, nurses, people wearing face masks are just scared citizens, face masks protecting their trembling. The gangsters you see in movies never wear face masks. They save the cops a lot of trouble with their old school good looks. The scared citizens put face masks on their dogs, put face masks on their cats, even dream of putting face masks on pangolins and mice. I have to say, this is the reality surrealist poetry is rooted in. The node of surrealists' poetry victory is wear a face mask to eat, wear a face mask to smoke or drink, wear a face mask to make love, wear a face mask to spit, wear a face mask to die. The surrealists come back to haunt us again and again. Mom dug through the cupboard in search of face masks for me to wear. Since she keeps a tidy house and hates to waste anything, she had unintentionally kept a stash of face masks for 17 years, ever since the SARS crisis. I said to her, now that face masks are out of stock, I can't believe I didn't open a face mask factory back when I had the chance. I'd be rich. I spent a whole week lamenting the lack of understanding of society and economics and history. But after a week, I figured my understanding of fate had deepened. So as soon as drugstores were selling face masks again, I started stockpiling them, unethically looking forward to the next face mask season. There have never been Chinese people beaten up on Sydney streets for wearing face masks or ordered to remove their face masks by the police in Berlin. How can the naked mouths of Sydney and Berlin understand this is our way of life and a means of existence? If I could, I would put on a face mask and walk bare-assed into the desert to meet with the fairies and the angels. Please, people don't recognize me in a face mask, and because I wear a face mask, I don't recognize myself. In my own mind, I confirm who I am over and over, but my face mask always denies me. And yet, when I take off my face mask, it turns out to be nothing. Okay, the next 3 poems are all by John Keats, and we are just going to read the first 2 stanzas of each one to kind of understand the tone of an ode, and then I will give you your prompt. So first we have Ode to a Grecian Urn by John Keats. Thou still unravished bride of quietness, thou foster child of silence and slow time, Sylvian history, who canst thus express a flowery tale more sweetly than our rhyme. What leaf-faring legend haunts about thy shape of deities and mortals, or both, in Tempe or dales of Arcady? What men or gods are these? What maidens loth? What mad pursuit? What struggle to escape? What pops and timbrels? What wild ecstasy? Heard melodies sweet, but those unheard are sweeter. Therefore, ye soft pipes play on, not to the sensual ear, but more earned. Pipe to the spirit ditties of no tone. Fair youth, beneath the trees, thou canst not leave thy song, nor ever can these trees be bare. Bold lover, never, never canst thou kiss, though winning near the goal yet. Do not grieve, she cannot fade, though thou hast not thy bliss. Forever wilt thou love, and she be fair. Ode to a Nightingale. My heart aches, and a drowsy numbness pains my sense, as though of hemlock I had drank, or emptied some dull opiate to the drains. 1 minute passed, and lithe words had sunk. 'Tis not through envy of thy happy lot, but being too happy in thine happiness, that thou, light-winged dryad of the trees, in some melodious part of beechen green and shadows numberless, sing'st the songs of full-throated ease. Oh, for a drought of vintage that hath been cooled a long age in the deep-delved earth, tasting of flora in the country green, dance the provincial song and sunburnt mirth. Oh, for the beaker full of the warm south, full of truth, full the bashful Hippocrene, with beaded bubbles winking at the brim, and purple-stained mouth, that I might drink and leave the world unseen, and with thee fade away into the forest dim. And then to Autumn, I'm just going to read the first stanza. Seasons of mist and mellow fruitfulness, close bosom friend of maturing sun, conspiring with him how to load and bless with fruit the vines that round the thatch eaves run, to bend with apples and mossed cottage trees, and fill all fruit with the ripeness to the core, to swell the gourd and plump the hazel shells with the sweet kernel, to set budding more and still more later flowers for the bees, until they think warm days will never cease, for summer has overbrimmed their clammy selves. And the reason I used 3 different John Keats poems is because one is to a thing, being the Grecian urn, one is to an entity or a personified object, the nightingale, and one is to a season. We're going to lump that in with landscape and nature. So, I wanted to give you a wide variety of odes. I would like you today to write an ode to something in your writing space. So for me, you're gonna laugh, but I have 2 different crocheted book buddies, which are little crocheted books with eyes, and they're freaking adorable, and they are incredibly motivating, especially considering how I got them. I also have a hand warmer that looks like a gingerbread cookie of a cat, and I have Mr. Bubbly Winks. If you don't know who Mr. Bubbly Winks is, then you are clearly sleeping on my Instagram account and you need to go check it out. But I would probably write an ode to one, if not all of these stuffed friends on my desk. You could write an ode to your keyboard. You could write an ode to the ground you're sitting on. You could write an ode to the way the light is coming through the window in the space that you're in. You could write an ode to anything that is currently in your writing space. And I can't wait to read these, hear about them, and see what you came up with. So happy writing. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the things. And if you want to share your poem in the comments, I would love to see that as well. I really want to read you guys' poems. You have no idea how excited I am to see what you come up with. And I will see you again tomorrow for another workshop. Bye for now. Happy writing and congratulations. This is officially the halfway point of National Poetry Writing Month. Bye for now, everyone.